What?
I want to see my band-aids.
Why does mommy touch your band-aids?
Yeah.
I don't know. She needs to quit it. Huh?
Yeah.
Say, get your hands off my band-aid. What?
I need a Lululemon bag because Lulu and I love lemons.
So Lulu needs a Lulu?
Yeah.
I think Danielle was out doing a little back to school stuff. And so I'm just gonna clean up and start prepping for this video that we're about to do. And, but I'll do a little Q&A, ask away. I mean, date nights has just been one of those things where, like, our house is, like, so busy and so just, like, high stress. There's just always something going on. There's always a lot of kids around and stuff like that, and it just makes it hard to have date nights. And so, like, whenever we do, like, honestly, we put it on the calendar. We have set sitters that come in, and we just have it all scheduled out, like, weeks in advance. Just to make sure it happens, just so that we can make it a priority. And yeah, that's how we do it. And so, like, typically, like, one night out of the weekend, either a Friday or Saturday night, will be like a date night for Danielle and I, and then the other night would be like a family night where we go and, like, do something together as a family. So that's just what we do. I don't know, it may not be the best, but it works for us. I do not have a black stone. Honestly, like, I just don't want another thing to, like, clutter up the back patio. Like, our patio, just with all the kids' toys and just, like, everything, it just gets cluttered. So actually, that's one thing that this house did not have whenever we bought it, was like an outdoor kitchen. It's got the cabana over here, but no outdoor kitchen. So I think that's something that we're going to try to add in the next year or so, hopefully. And then if that's the case, then I'll build like a Blackstone and then like a smoker and stuff like that. I'm going to build all that in. But I just don't want another thing that's just going to just get pushed up against the house. Favorite episode in the new season? Hasn't happened yet. Hasn't aired yet. This next week is actually a really good one. It's a super fun one. Danielle's off at a buyer's market for the boutique, and so, like, I had all the girls by myself for the week, and I let the girls have a yes day. So this coming episode is going to be really good. And I'm not even sure that one's my favorite, but it ranks up there because it's a fun one. One towards the end of the season, like, we're doing some camping stuff. We've got some, I don't know. There's one really fun one. I think it's going to be the last episode. And it's completely different than any other episode we've ever done, and it's super cool. Honestly, I don't really watch much TV. Usually whenever I'm watching something, like last night, I watched 2 soccer games. I watched the Houston Dynamo win last night in the tournament, and Miami. I don't know, like, I think it's mostly like sports. Like, I'll watch sports. Any other TV shows I may watch, it's usually as I'm falling asleep. I usually just, like, may turn something on just for background noise. And that's really about it. I watch very little TV. This one's super easy. It's Lightroom. I use Lightroom for, like, a lot of my studio work and client work, and just to, like, catalog all my photos taken with, like, my big cameras, and then I can edit everything because it's all synced up on the Lightroom mobile app. And so I do a lot of editing from my phone. There's also one other standalone app that sometimes I'll use. if I'm looking for a specific look or something in a photo, I use lens distortions. But you have to have it's a subscription for it as well, so it's not a free app. But it's kind of like a specialized type app, but I love that one too. Out of all the kids, Blake. Out of the family, Danielle. She's not a morning person, so but that's not fair. We have vested interests in multiple companies, other just assets and stuff that we make money on. I am a freelance photographer, videographer, have like a production company. I'll do business with multiple other, mostly businesses, and shoot content for them. Good Ranchers actually being one of them, that have a retainer on. Let's see, we have the boutique, we have the YouTube channel is a big part of our business and the family brand with that. We've got the TV show. Yeah. Do you think that we ended a 2-year hiatus from shooting the show just to come back and do one season? We have vested interests in multiple companies, other just assets and stuff that we make money on. I am a freelance photographer, videographer, have like a production company. I'll do business with multiple other, mostly businesses, and shoot content for them. Good Ranchers actually being one of them, that have a retainer on. Let's see, we have the boutique, we have the YouTube channel is a big part of our business and the family brand with that. We've got the TV show. Yeah. Do you think that we ended a 2-year hiatus from shooting the show just to come back and do one season? It's holding. They've only used it one time though, so fingers crossed. This may take more than a minute, but I think this is funny. First of all, you would have to understand Danielle and I's like dynamic and just like the way that we communicate, the way that we talk, our sarcasm. A lot of times, like whenever we're filming, it comes out as drama, but it's really like sarcasm and like joking and banter and just like I may like everybody says like I have really good like resting RBF, and so like I'll say something that it looks like I'm serious.
Because Adam likes the mystery of making you think, is he serious or is he joking? Is he gonna pick on you or is he not? Is he gonna scare you or is he not? Like, this is the life I live.
But also I've seen comments online and stuff, and honestly, like there's a lot of things being said. Like people read into conversations that we've had and say things about certain conversations that we've had that they've seen on the show that were never said. It's interesting. Some of the comments that I've seen, like people making comments that I've said certain things about Danielle's weight. If you go back and look at the episodes, never once.
That might because me fat.
Never once said anything about her weight. Never once.
Movie, Lindsay.
So never once said anything about her weight. It's funny. There was one comment about the Peloton, which we were arguing back and forth about where to put the Peloton, and she wanted me to move it upstairs. But so we were going back and forth about like we're remodeling our bedroom a little bit, reconfiguring it, and we're just trying to figure out where are we going to move the Peloton. I had just kind of organized the garage, but also like you gotta think
There's have to justify it.
there's a lot of things that go
what's a joke.
There's a lot of things that go into this show.
Just wait till you see me before I go out of town. Tell Adam I want to punch him in his face. Can't wait to get that backlash.
But like, okay, so my reasoning for not even wanting to put it in the garage is whenever we're filming the show, production sets up a lot of stuff in the garage and takes up the garage. And so it's like, I don't really want to put it in the garage. For one thing, it's Texas, it's hot, it's humid. I don't want an expensive Peloton going in the garage. And then she was wanting me that night to carry the Peloton upstairs by myself. But that night, it was like right before the party started. And I was by myself. There's no way I could have picked up and carried the Peloton up there by myself.
And what you didn't see is the party was going to be outside. And what you didn't see when we're talking about outside right there was all the things from our bedroom and the bike and the workout stuff was all on the patio, which is where the party was supposed to be. So that stuff got cut out, so.
It was just back and forth. A lot of the conversation was like sarcasm.
Plus, I like to fight at times.
And that's like one thing that Kimmy was there. Everybody's like, I can't believe you said that right in front of her Danielle's friend. It was Kimmy. And Kimmy's always making fun of me because she's like, the way that like I have sarcasm with Danielle, she calls it poking the bear. Because like I'll just like say stuff just because I know it's going to get under Danielle's skin and we laugh about it. But on the show, you don't see that. Like it looks like tension. It looks like fighting. It looks like I'm rude, but it's not at all. But just know that like you guys only see maybe less than 1% of conversations, of interactions. So naturally, it's a television show. It's going to be cut and edited for a dramatic effect. It's a TV show. There's conversations that are had in the show that like you can't just like let the entire conversation play because the show would be 2 hours long. And so like, you know, a conversation may get cut at a certain point and it just may leave room for like implying something that may not necessarily be the case. And so, I mean, I think that's it. And honestly, I'm gonna get cut off again. And I think this is like the kicker. Whatever's going on in somebody's personal life, whatever circumstance that you've had in your own life, whatever relationship issues, whether good or bad, it makes your mind skew a certain way whenever you watch like a television show. So you may see an interaction, see conversations between Danielle and I, and you may take something completely out of it that isn't even the case because of your own circumstances. I mean, just try to watch objectively, but a lot of things that I've been seeing, it's not the case. And I've told a few people, like, go back and watch the conversation, watch what was said, because like what you're saying that I said, never said.